Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to episode 15 of Pablo Talk. Yes, I'm so excited to talk with you guys. As you can tell, my voice is a little shot. It's not like gone, but I've been talking a lot recently and I've been doing a lot. You guys know that. So we out here, but I'm not sick, which is good. Like I don't feel sick at all. It's just a little bit of strain of the voice, but I'm still here to provide the Pablo Talk because guys, I miss you guys so much. I do. I took a week off because Coachella got really intense. I'm not gonna lie. It's the most intense it's ever really been for me. And I was so tired, bitch. I feel chopped unk, no shade. Like, I feel old. And whenever everyone calls me old, I'm like, no, I'm not. Bitch, I used to go both weekends to Coachella, then to Stagecoach, then I'd jump off a bridge and still be fine. Bitch, I can't even get to weekend three. Like, it really. Ooh. Can you guys tell? It's hitting me, you guys. But, hi, hello. Oh my gosh, guys, so much to talk about. I wrote a whole list of things because obviously Pablo Talk, we talk about everything. But for once, I feel like, not for once, I feel like I actually have a really good setup to talk about and a consistent, clear effort. Because with this podcast, I enjoy that it's so low effort and low stakes. Like it's literally just me talking. But I do want to mature, level up a little bit with it. I'm planning on doing this every week for this whole year, especially. And I'm gonna keep getting older, and I want a more solidified version of Pablo Talk, and we will get there. I think honestly, like by episode like 2025, I'll probably start doing like some different setups and not really only focus on it being solely in my apartment because I want different environments. I want to switch it up as we go. And I think that would be very, very cute. So I'm going to do that hopefully soon. Also, my hair, I do have bedhead. Yes, I do. But at the end of the day, I woke up like an hour ago. And I do enjoy giving Pablo talks in the mornings. So this is very raw. This is very Pablo. But let me have a sip of my water out of my new hydro flask that you to the people recommended that they gifted me. These are so fire. Guys, hydro flasks are a privilege, right? Like that's some rich shit. Like growing up, I did not have these. Like I saw everybody else get these, but they were like $45 water bottles. So the fact that I have two of them, I'm very, very happy about. But let's get into the lore. Oh my gosh, you guys. What is going on? Okay, well, how has life been? It's been great, but Pablo's been very tired. As you guys know, went to Coachella Weekend 1 with you to the people. Such an amazing experience. I did safari camping, which allegedly already sold out for next year. So I hate to be that guy, but I do think me and Tyler kind of added on a little bit to the hype because nobody was vlogging in safari camping. And then we vlogged all about it, and now it's sold out. Are you serious? Pablo, maybe it's Justin Bieber. No, it's me, all right? But so safari camping, so much fun. But weekend two, the GA car camping with my besties, that was way more fun. Obviously, I was grateful for weekend one, but weekend two, bitch, I was next to Drew. I was 10 feet away from Drew. So if you know anything about that, you know he likes to party. But I was also with Tyler, and we get all of our content together. So I'm not going to lie, it was kind of very overstimulating, like very like me and Tyler already get a little overstimulated when we're both vlogging around each other all the time. But then cut to Drew in the corner, like, get ready with me. Like it literally really got there. But I love them and I love that we were all doing our thing. But you guys can imagine we were all like in two campsites, vlogging live all the time, barely sleeping, drinking 24/7. My social battery was done by the end of it, but I don't regret how it went at all. I feel like Coachella weekend two was such a detox from weekend one because weekend one was very like influencer creative based, which again super grateful, but that shit can get very overwhelming when you're already in the heat at a festival. Like I know for me, bitch, we had like five different deals to get done weekend one, and that's a blessing, but we had to get it done and edited it and send it and post it when there was no service and run back to our tents and go back, and our phones were dying and the heat was a lot and Ice Spice was saying no to a picture. I was like, oh my God, get me to weekend two. But yeah, so definitely I've been very, very tired about that. I haven't been to the gym since I feel like weekend one at Coachella because I'm really trying to like trust my body. I feel like that's something Tyler, my older friend, was been telling me a little bit. Like I've been noticing that you've been trusting your body more and like listening to it, and that's true. Like, bitch, I haven't even been to the gym, and usually like I will go right back into it because I want to look T. But bitch, my legs hurt still, my back hurts still, my voice is still relatively gone. So I'm like, when is it time to go back to the gym? It's time to go back today because it's Monday and I definitely need to get back in that energy. But speaking of where my life is at now, guys, something I really need to figure out is money management. I'm not going to lie. I am finally, gratefully, thankfully, at a space where I'm making a lot of more money than I used to be making. And I don't have any financial literacy. Bitch, I dropped out of college. I don't know anything about money, really. I'm not gonna lie. As I'm getting older, I'm learning all these things. I'm paying my taxes, I'm paying my due diligences, but I don't have an accountant. I don't know exactly what's coming in, and I more as hell don't know exactly what's going out. So I need to lock in and manage my money better. That's just what I'm gonna say. Because I'm a little bit annoyed because you guys know that my credit isn't the best right now just because I fucked it up when I was younger, when I was not making a lot of money and had to do different things. And now I'm at a place where I've been elevating my credit and I have all this money, but I can't even get my new apartment. I can't even get my new car comfortably. I can't enjoy, what I've been saving because my credit's ass. And it's like, bruh, because before my credit was so good, but I had no money. But now my credit's not that good and I have a lot of money. So I'm like, bruh, so I'm kind of just existing, enjoying what I have. My apartment, I've been doing little renovations and making it feel more like home. My car, on the other hand, bitch, that shit works, but it just has so many problems and it gives me a lot of anxiety. I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully I can figure out the car situation because summer's coming up and I want to be the friend that's like, get in my car and drive. But right now I'm big, bitch, get in my car and die. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it really, really gets there. So I need to manage my money better. I feel like I need to get an accountant, but I'm not really like at the place where you make the amount of money to have an accountant. So, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a certain amount. Like, if you make like under 100K, you're like, okay, maybe I don't need an accountant. But when you start making over 100K, you're like, oh, it's time for an accountant. So, yeah, I think it's we're starting to get time for an accountant, guys, because I want to like I want to create generational wealth for my family. I've always said that. And, making money and then spending money isn't going to create that generational wealth. So, yeah, I definitely want to manage that better. Something else for myself that I've been trying to tap back into, guys, is I'm trying to go back to therapy. I have slowly been going back. I went twice in the past month, but it's on Thursdays, and Thursdays was always the start of a Coachella weekend. So I would always miss it, and I felt so bad because my therapist, because I'm not going to lie, we started maybe like 5 years ago when my biggest issue was having no money and trying to learn the guilt of leaving my family, but also just trying to establish something for them. We got through that. Then I went through a very toxic, turbulent relationship where I talked about that relationship for like 2.5 years, and I never let that girl go with that relationship. And after a certain point, it just felt like I was repeating myself a lot, and I just felt bad. Like, I felt like, I mean, she's literally my therapist, but I felt like I wasn't providing enough for her, even though I was. I don't know. That's just where my brain goes. So, literally, like, I would say 7 months ago, I kind of stopped going to therapy, and I told her, like, let's take a little break because I felt like I had nothing to really talk about other than my relationship, and I didn't know if that was helping or not, like when you keep talking about the same thing over and over again. So then recently, I wanted to go back like 2 weeks ago because I fell very into a dark hole over social media and listening to like what people thought about me. And I don't really care about hate, guys. Y'all know bitches were calling me musty for a while. They still are. Hi, musty boy. We know the lore. But I think what was really getting to me was when I was like calling my parents and then they weren't answering me, and then I text my siblings and then they didn't answer me, and then all my friends were busy, and then suddenly everyone on the internet is saying things about me. That's when it got to me because I'm like, wait, I need to prioritize my in real life relationships to where when there is a moment of silence, I don't feel like everyone hates me. If that makes sense. So that's kind of what I've been tackling in therapy. Well, yes. And you guys know I'm getting older and everything is becoming more serious. Like even the podcast, like you guys know I'm just talking because I'm ranting. But there's parts of me where I'm like, Pablo, maybe I should take it a little bit more seriously. Money, you're making a lot of money. Maybe take it a little bit more seriously. You're having thoughts of feeling alone. Okay, maybe take it a little bit more seriously. And like, let's tap into like what that all means. Allegedly conspiracy. So that is where I'm at with therapy. But now that Coachella's over, I'm back in the era of tapping in. I just bought some new, as I'm talking about money, I bought AirPod Maxes yesterday at the mall with Drew and Sty. And I feel like that's an investment for me to go to the gym every day and just lock back into a consistent schedule. Gonna go to therapy again like that. Gonna manage my money better. It's gonna be real tea, guys. Well, yes, because right now I'm tea, but I want to be manageable in tea. That's the word of the pod, manageable, because we need to manage a bunch of shit going on. Okay, anyways, so yeah, we talked about Coachella weekend 2. If you guys don't know, I did build my own tent and canopy that weekend, which was so much fun. and like not that expensive. Like a tent and a canopy and like the materials was like $250, which yes is a lot, but I don't know why I always thought camping would be like way more. That's why I've always done it with my friends so we could like split it or do it in a different way. But if I go car camping or when I go car camping again, I definitely think I will do my own tent because it was one, better content, two, you had your own space to go to and kind of like debrief and close the tent at the end of the night. um and if you wanted to get freaky, you could. I didn't get freaky. I didn't have Coachella but weekend two because he was at weekend one. Sorry, hydro sip. He was at weekend one, and I just felt like it was too messy to have two Coachella boos. Like that's not how Pablo rolls. But low key, Coachella boo did come back weekend two on Sunday, only for one day. And I saw him for like 20 minutes. He told me to meet him at Pink Panther set. And I went to go, not Pink Panthers, at FK Twigs. And I went to go meet him there. And then tell me why I saw him holding hands with another boy. I was like, bruh. I got kind of annoyed, but I went up and tapped him. I was like, oh, hey. He's like, oh, hey, this is my friend. And then he introduced me and we hugged. So I'm assuming that's like oomph. Like that's probably sister, unless he covered it up. But I was annoyed because why was Coachella Boo holding another boy's hand at FK Twigs? Like, bruh. But we're not together, so I can't get too mad. But in my head, I'm like, are we exclusive? Because I'm not fucking on anyone else. So I don't know. Anyways, my brain is going back to the Coachella Boo narrative, but you know how it goes. But yeah, I had my own tent. I went with Oscar, Drew, and Tyler. We all camped together, which was really, really fun. First night was Silent Hill. Very, very happy I went to Silent Hill. If you guys know the lore from the first weekend, so basically like 2 days before Coachella, I got offered a really, really big brand deal with Hinge. And I had told my manager before that I wanted a big brand deal with like a dating app because I always tell you guys dating stories and I feel like it'd be on brand. It'd be easy. I think it'd be fun to like set up a dating profile with a friend. And she's like, okay, let me try to get on it. So she tried pitching me to some dating brands. Then I would say Wednesday, the before of weekend one at Coachella, she's like, "Oh my God, Pablo, I got you such a good brand deal. It's for like 5 figures, like $10,000 more. Super good. All you have to do is go to this dinner, vlog it, and promote Hinge." And I was like, "Oh my God, yes, I'm so down. When is it?" She's like, "It's on Thursday night." I'm like, "Period. Let's do it. I'm so excited. Let's sign it." Go to look at my calendar, my non-existent calendar, but on my phone. I see that Thursday, the day of the dinner, was the first night of Coachella day zero. You guys know there's day zero, day one, day two, day three. Day zero is when all the campers hang out. There's Silent Hill. Is this Silent Hill? No, bitch, it's not Silent Hill. Sunset on the Hill. Why do I keep saying Silent Hill? Isn't that like a fucking game? Sunset on the Hill, which is where all the car campers will go on the hill. They'll congregate, drink, vibe, smoke, watch the sunset, and start the weekend off together. Every week of Coachella that I've ever been to, I've been to now 8 Coachellas. I missed it, and I always want to go. And me and my friends are always like, we got to prioritize it. So this week, I was really prioritizing it. But then I got that brand deal. So it's like, fuck. Like in my head, I'm like, Paris Hilton would take the brand deal. Like I want the money. Like I want to take the brand deal. Like let's do Hinge. But then that meant that I'd have to go to Coachella a day later, which was the day of the festival. I'd have to meet up with the brand that Tyler met with the day before to get all the credentials because we were in Safari and you have to do it in person. I would have missed the first day, which would have felt like I was catching up with Tyler and my friends the whole time. And then also, Tyler had put in a lot of energy into getting us this brand deal, and I had put in a lot of work and consistency as well. So it kind of just felt like a slap in the face to an opportunity that we were very, very excited about. And I didn't want to be the guy that like worked so hard for an opportunity, and then once I got it, got a bigger opportunity and was like, all right, bye. So it sucked and it felt like the wrong decision, but I made the conscious decision to tell my manager to say, if she could please let them know that Hinge is a really big brand deal that I've always wanted to work with. I really respect them and I thank them for the opportunity, but I do have a prior obligation in the desert that I have to be at, and I would love to be kept in mind for future opportunities. And it felt like a flop. I was like, I just missed out on all this money. Like, wow, Pablo, like you better fucking go off at Coachella. Thankfully, I did. Thank God I did not miss Sunset on the Hill because it just started the weekend beautifully, and it would have led to so much chaos, and there were so much organic moments where me and Tyler found out we had artist passes and where we learned about Safari together because we were there together and the brand. And thank God I didn't go. It worked out the way it was supposed to. Coachella was a complete success. We had like 35 million views, which equated to a good amount of money, and I gained like 40,000 followers, and it was very, very successful. So I'm happy that I made the conscious decision to not overwhelm myself. But guys, the weekend was already overwhelming because we already had so much lined up. So that would have added an extra layer of chaos. But yeah, so I said no. But they came back when I got back from Coachella weekend 2. They came back with another offer and they're like, oh my God, we're so sorry that you weren't able to go to Coachella, but we saw your Coachella vlogs. We saw you killed it. So now we want to give you a new opportunity only for yourself. You don't have to go to a dinner. Just do your own promotional video and we'll give you more money. So, guys, sometimes there is power in saying no. That's what my friend Tyler was saying. He's like, I feel like this could be a power move. Like, they'll see that you want to, but there's power in saying no. And I did, and I got a better opportunity after. So that was very, very exciting. But yeah, that was the Sunset on the Hill lore. We also met with Benji, Yo-Yo, and Esmo, the Comadres, which were so much fun, guys. I love them. So, so sweet. It's so funny. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I had seen Benji first, I think through For You page years ago. And we've met multiple times, we know each other. But I've always seen Benji and been like, he is so funny and so nice. And I know a lot of people think I'm chaotic or clout chasey or whatever they think I am on the internet. I don't know, not everyone, but some people. But I genuinely just love how real Benji is. I love real influencers and creators. The only creator friends I really have are Sty, Tara, and Tyler, and they're all the realest, most nice people ever. So I really attract to real creators because I genuinely have such a passion for content creating and being friends with people who have that same passion. It's the best thing in the world, best thing in the world. And when I've seen them multiple times, cool, whatever, but we genuinely, I feel like, got closer this trip and they're so nice and so fun and deserve all the best things. And it was really fun, but tell me why. We hung out like a couple times. We vlogged together a couple times and the internet loved it. They were all like, oh my God, this is like Nickelodeon Disney crossover, which I love. But I think another night, like the next night when we saw them, Benji was like, oh my God, Pablo, people think I'm doing because I'm with you. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, there's comments thinking that I'm doing blow because I'm with you guys. I do not do blow. I'm going to be honest. I've done it before when I was like in college. I think, yeah, not in college. I've actually never done it in California because I'm terrified. I did it in Connecticut. Like when I would go back, I did it maybe like 2-3 times with my friends. And the second time I did it, I learned how to dive into a lake. So it's not like I'm doing a line and then I'm going to a party and raging. Bitch, I'm doing a line and then swimming with the fishies. Like, so I'm not that guy. I do not do rugs. As I'm about to tell you guys that I did shrooms at Coachella. Anyways, I do not do that. I would say no hate to people who do that, but I don't want them to do that because it's not good for them. So I don't really know where I stand with that. But, I have mutuals that have done it in front of me and stuff. And they always ask me and I always say no. Always, always, always. So I thought it was funny that they were saying like, oh my God, everyone thinks we're doing it because we're with you guys. I'm like, are you serious? Like my nose is clean, baby. My nose is clean, baby. Maybe some mucus right now because I'm a little sticky from the desert. Well, no, it's just all the dust in my body. I think I'm still getting the dust out. But I was like, oh my God, not the internet thinks I do shit like that. But anyways, so much fun. Oh yeah, this weekend I wasn't alone because I was with all my friends. You guys know weekend 1 was artists, so I was away from all my friends, and then Tyler got sick, so I was like walking around the festival alone, like going to sets alone, which was so much fun. I learned a lot about myself and made a lot of friends. Going to Sabrina and Justin and Cat's Eye and all these things solo. Bitch, y'all remember I almost hooked up with Diplo in the artist pass. If you guys haven't seen last episode, watch the artist pass section, Cat's Eye with Diplo, because it really got there. Diplo's so hot. Anyways, so I didn't actually almost hook up with him, but it almost got there. You guys know what I'm talking about. What else? We watched Sexy Red. I watched her for the first time. She was really fun. We watched Sabrina Carpenter, all of us together. So much fun. Except for Tyler. Tyler didn't come with us because he got front row. Fleshwater. Fleshwater is like a rock band. We went into the Sonora tent, which is like one of the rave tents. And it was really fun. There was like bitches jumping, moshing, getting on top of each other. Somebody got a black eye. It was like an intense, like warped tour type of concert. And I was like, this is what Coachella's about. It's about getting inside a little bit early and like walking around and finding new artists. And Fleshwater, y'all were tea. So congrats with that. Yeah, it was really fun. That was the day 1 of it. Oh my God, I saw Harry Daniels. We kikied. Obviously, I always kiki with Harry Daniels when I see him. Oh my gosh, guys. I have something else to talk about. Remind me, as if you guys can remind me. At the Madonna event, I talked with Harry Daniels about the whole Cat's Eye lore because he's friends with the Cat's Eye girls. And I saw there was like a news article going around saying that Harry Daniels had like tea about Cat's Eye, so I had to get the tea, obviously, you guys know. But Cat's Eye did so good at weekend 2. Honestly, I think they had more energy weekend 2. But some people were saying that they seem tired, that they're overworked. I hope they're not. They definitely are tired, though. They definitely are because they do a lot. But for some reason, I thought they had more energy weekend 2. I could be wrong. But guys, I'm not gonna lie, the most fun day of Coachella was definitely day two, Bieber Day. Bitch, tell me why I was shirtless, just with a backwards hat, running around the field grounds all day with Drew specifically, because I think Oscar had like a sneaky link this day, and then Tyler got tired and he was going back and forth. But what did me and Drew do? Me and Drew had a solo date, all right, where we took shrooms, guys. Me and Drew took shrooms. We only had like the gummies, and I've done it before at like lightning in a bottle. I don't do it frequently. It was like a microdose that kind of turned into like a micro macrodose a little bit, but it wasn't like too crazy. We weren't like, whoa. But at like 6 p.m., after like maybe a couple hours in the desert with Tyler and Oscar, and then they separated, we were like, I think we should take some of this gummy right now. And Drew's like, oh my God, what's it gonna do? I was like, it's just gonna make us super euphoric and running around and just have fun. He's like, okay, let's do it. We took half the gummy. We went to Pink Panthers. This is when we were Tyler. We were Tyler. Tyler had a trade. We were like, oh my God. I was like feeling like the physical effects of shrooms through like Tyler. And I was like, yes, King. And then me and Drew were just like dancing to Pink Panthers. Zara Larson came out. It was so fun. We met these gays next to us who were giving us poppers. And we're like, oh my God, like we are on cloud nine, bitch. Like, let's take another half. So we took the other half. That's when Tyler's like, guys, I think I'm going to head back. I need to get some content posted. We're like, okay. So he starts heading back. Me and Drew, we're now feeling these shrooms, guys. We're now running around the desert. I'm holding him. We're running around like Paris Hilton, running away from her bodyguard, that one episode or that one video of Coachella. And we were having so much fun, you guys. I can't even specifically tell you what sets we were running to, but we were running to hella sets, just going all around. And I think the most fun we had is when we went to the Do Lab. If you guys know, the Do Lab is like the tents where people do drugs. Like, not gonna lie, it's where people do drugs. It's where the rave tents. People stay there all day. People would be like, I'm going to Coachella. I'll see y'all at the Do Lab. They stay at the Do Lab all day. And I'm like, oh my God, y'all don't get tired. But it's genuinely so much fun in there. It's like AC, not AC, it's outdoor, but it has like misters. It has like flappers that kind of give some wind. It's like vibrant colors in there. So it's perfect for the rooms. And me and Drew walk in there and we're immediately like, whoa, bitch, whoa. And I could tell me and Drew kind of got like a little bit overwhelmed. And with shrooms, you have to be very cautious and clear. And I told Drew before it like fully peaked, I was like, Drew, we have to stick in this together. Like, I love you. Like let's stick in this together. We're gonna have fun. If you ever need me, I'm right here. If you ever feel overwhelmed, we'll leave. If you ever feel underwhelmed, we'll go in. Just tell me. He said, okay. Cause Drew, love you down, but bitch, that boy's bipolar, especially drinking or under the influence. Like, I love Drew so much, but that is the one thing he annoys me about. Sometimes I tell him this all the time. Like, it's a hit or miss. Recently, it's been really, really good. But before, I think it was because Drew just has some demons he's battling. All right. No, but like, he'll get really drunk. And then if someone gives him some attitude, like he'll fight them. Like literally one time he got super drunk and then this follower or somebody walked by us and was like, ew, you're musty. And Drew was like, bitch, I'll fuck you up. Like almost beating his ass. I was like, Drew, like you're such a good friend, but like it's okay. Like he gets there. Or like if we're like hanging out and then he like by accidentally hits somebody, I'm like, bitch, why'd you hit me? He'll be like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave. I'm doing too much. So I was like, Drew, like you are perfectly enough right now or not enough. Like whatever happens, happens. So he's like, okay, because I had to get that in his head because you don't want to have a bad trip. So we go into the Do Lab. We're having fun. Here I am shirtless, like literally having the best time of my life, like with glasses on. Like it was so much fun. It was a key. Drew is dancing. We're all like, oh my God, so much fun. Mind you guys, we had a joint, but we had to save that joint for one part because if you do a joint when you're on shrooms, like it'll really get there, it'll really elevate it. But we did have a bottle of tequila, so we were drinking tequila like throughout it, so it was like so much fun and elevating vibes. This is when something so funny happened. We go into a crowd, we're vibing. There's this really hot guy, I'm not gonna lie. He starts flirting with me. We're just talking, no flirting really. We're like, yeah, oh my God, yeah, cool, nice to meet you, yeah. You know, like nothing crazy. And then Drew is like on the side for a second, maybe for a minute or two. And this is where Drew starts to feel like left out. So then I can see that Drew's face is starting to get like dead because he's not getting stimulated because he's on shrooms. So I immediately I'm like, 1 second. I turn around to Drew and I immediately revert to giving Drew all this attention because like, fuck this random man. We're not even, Drew, hi. And he's like, oh, are you going to go hook up with that guy? Like, I'll leave you guys to be like, I'ma just go. I'm like, no, Drew, absolutely not. He's like, I'ma go. Then Drew starts walking out the crowd. I'm like, bitch, stop. Because this is exactly what I didn't want is to be chasing around somebody on shrooms. So I'm like, Drew, please stop. Like, no, we're good. We're having fun. And he's like, okay, ha. And he starts dancing. I'm like, oh my God. Anyways, so we start dancing, having fun. Bitch, I turn around for 1 minute. Turn around for 1 minute to look at the lights, take all in the stimulation. Bitch, Drew is making out with the guy that was just flirting with me. The guy that Drew felt unattended by because I was talking to him. Drew is not making out with him. Are you serious? So at this point, I'm just happy Drew's having fun. I'm happy Drew's feeling stimulated. I can take being by myself for a second. So I'm just letting them do their thing. And I'm just in the corner, like making new friends and everything, which was so, so much fun. And then next thing you know, Drew's now fighting this man and calling him a bum. And I'm like, oh my God, let's get out of here. So I'm like, bye, so nice to meet you. And the guy was super nice and the guy was super funny and chill. But I was like, we got to get out of here, Drew. Oh my God. So then we run out of the do lab and me and Drew are like, ha, oh my God, so fun. Yeah, so fun. We fall, we trip because we're just falling all over the place. Tell me why, guys, we literally fall. We look to our right and right next to us is a group of like 5 people tripping on probably like acid or something. And there's a light show going on above them. If you guys don't know anything about like plur culture, I don't know much about it either, but like peace, love, unity, respect. It's like when you see somebody tripping bad at a rave or something, like you kind of try to help them. And some people will have like lights on their hands, or they'll have like little light toys or light shows that they'll start showing in front of the people that are having a bad trip to like have them have a good time. So I was like, oh my God. So me and Drew lay down. There's this light show going on. We're like, this is such a key. Like, this is so much fun. Like, and you know, Drew, I'm making it sound like Drew was not annoying. Like, Drew's just Drew. And I knew that taking the shrooms. I had a lot of fun with him. And I think we tapped into like, obviously we're best friends. We know so much about each other, but we tapped into like a new level of like spirituality with each other. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, it really got there. And then we got up from the light show. We start running around. We run to the spiral. We're looking at the spiral. We run to a stage. We're watching this random performer. We're like, whoa, this is so fun. And then we're like, okay, like, I think it might be time to like smoke a J. Like, I'm not like, should we smoke some of this J? Like, I think there was like an hour left to Justin Bieber. And we were like, you know what? Like, if we're going to be peak tripping, it should be listening to Baby by Justin Bieber. And I was already like front row, not front row. I was already in artist section the weekend one of Justin Bieber. And then Drew also didn't really want to see him. So I was like, you know what? Like, we can have fun, enjoy, and we'll go in for like the middle of Justin. I know it's a fake fan. You only want to hear his Starbucks. I get it. But on shrooms, that's no shade. That's what we wanted to hear. So we go to the spiral. We're like seeing like we're still drinking our tequila, like having fun. And then we're like, should we smoke a J? And then out of nowhere, there's like this man. And he's like, does anyone have a lighter? And I look at him. And he is just radiating with like this white glow around him. And he's like, lighter? Does anyone have a lighter? And keep in mind, guys, like no shade, like he was like a bigger man, like very big man. Love that for you. Love. But he was big. So not only was he glowing, he was big and glowing. And I'm like, that is Jesus. That is Jesus. And I'm like, oh. So I grab Drew and I run up to him and he's with another man next to him. And he's like, hi, does anyone have a lighter? Like, yes, I do. Give him the light. He's like, thank you so much. He pulls out a joint, lights it. Also, keep in mind, guys, they were queer as fuck. Thank God. Like, big and queer, like, obsessed. Like, literally, like my safety. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not only are y'all gay, but, like, y'all are radiating this huge energy, like, floating in the sky. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I'm so sorry. But, like, if y'all knew what I was talking about, like, y'all would know. So it was Jesus. Literally, they were wearing Birkenstocks. Like, it was Jesus. So he's like, oh, do you guys want some of my joint? Me and Drew are like, yeah. And we're like, okay. I'm pretty sure his name was literally like Prima Donna. Like, I literally remember him having like a drape on his head. Like, I'm not going to lie. So we both hit his J and me and Drew are like, oh my God. Because we're like, this is so fun. We start kikiing with these 2 people, talking about our day, having so much fun with them, but also like kind of being silly with them. Like, not really like having a real conversation, but at the same time, like, just like having conversations. Bitch, I think at one time I was like, oh my God, did you guys see Gibiana Grande? And they're like, no, who's that? I was like, oh man, Gibiana's on the main stage. Like, you guys need to watch him. Like, he's so good. Like, they're like, Gibiana Grande. Okay, let me write it down. They're like writing down Gibiana Grande. Like, Drew's laughing so hard. So funny. And then we're like, okay, bye guys. So nice to meet you guys. And they're like, bye. Consider us your guardian angels. We were like so touched. We were like, oh my God, it was a gag. So then we go to a lemonade stand because Drew's really thirsty. They give us free lemonade. We met a supporter and we were like, oh my God, I'm on shrooms. And we're like, what? Bye. Then we were walking around. Somebody else was like, Pablo, can I get a picture? I'm like, oh my God, yes, I'm on shrooms. They're like, awesome. Like, why did I keep telling people? Bro, I just kept telling people, I was like, yeah, I'm literally on shrooms. Bitch, mind you, I'm like on 3/4 of a microdose gummy. Like, Pablo, you're such a mooch. But having so much fun. So then me and Drew, we went to Justin Bieber, watched Justin, had so much fun. I vlogged it. Then out of nowhere, Oscar came. He's like, he's like, oh my god. I was like, Oscar, and he's like, yeah, I just left my trade. I'm like, oh my god. So we watched the rest of Justin Bieber with Oscar, and that was really fun, guys. That was like a really good room trip me and Drew had. We stayed up until like 5 in the morning that night. We went to silent disco. We partied. We also saw Benji and Esmo that night again. So much fun. Yeah, just a really good fun night. We watched all the performers, obviously, and yeah, and then Sunday, I was so tired, guys. It was such a hard to get it through. I vlogged it, but it was so hard. Like at the end of the day, like I was so ready to leave, but I also watched Karol G because I had to support my Latina, my Colombian girly. But yeah, Sunday was really hard. Me and Tyler were mostly in VIP all day, just like sitting and lounging and meeting creators, which was really nice. But yeah, it was also really cool because a lot of bigger creators were coming up to us and saying that they liked our videos and shit. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like you guys watch me. Like I typically watch you guys. Guys, my hair is progressively getting like crazier because I keep fucking with it. Let me get a sip of my water 1 second. Are we enjoying the pod, guys? Hi. Comment yes if we are. Also, guys, we need more comments on the pod. Like, if you guys are watching this, leave a nice comment, please, because I'd appreciate seeing your guys' feedback. Well, yes. So yeah, I feel like the craziest thing of weekend two Coachella though was probably like I think I had a stalker. I don't know, but also like Coachella was like watching my videos like a hawk. So like it was also kind of stressful, but basically apparently the first night when I went to bed like at like 1 a.m., I was sleeping and Oscar and Drew went to the silent disco to go party and their tent was right in front of mine and they were sleeping in a Tesla. So apparently they got in the car to sleep and they were up for like 30 minutes and they saw a man in the dark like walk into my campgrounds and peek over my tent and watch me sleep. That is so scary. I don't know how that happened, who that happened, why that happened, but Oscar and Drew saw it and they were confused and they didn't know, but then they watched the footage back on the Tesla the next day and it was like really creepy. And I had no like tent cover on the top of my tent so they could like look into my tent. So that was really scary. And after that, I was kind of like, who's stalking me? Like, does anybody know where I am? And that's when I was a little bit more careful about what I was posting or where I was posting because I was like, oh my God, I'm scared. But what was kind of worse about that, I feel like, is yeah, I was posting where I was and there was like a stalker maybe trying to kill me. But also the administration at Coachella, guys, they were like watching my videos like a hawk. Like, I don't know if you guys remember last episode when I said that me and Tyler got a brand deal weekend one at Coachella. And then when we were posting about it, Coachella literally emailed Tyler being like, take that down. Like, we will sue you and we will get your accounts deleted because you can't post a brand that isn't a sponsor of Coachella. So we're like, oh my God. So they were already watching. So then when I got to Coachella this year or this week, I showed myself getting in easy because one of the security guards was a follower and they didn't check my car. I showed myself sneaking in metal stakes into the festival because I needed it for my tent so it wouldn't fly away. I snuck in some J's, so that was all a little much. And I was posting about it because I didn't think it was that serious. Like, I thought we all did it. Like, I thought about the camaraderie of Coachella was like we all snuck it in. But no, one night, I think the night after I got stalked, I was like about to smoke a J. It was like 2 a.m. I was at my tent. Like, everybody was there, like, going to bed. And tell me why a security car is rolling around. They always do that at night patrolling. And they stop right in front of my tent. And I'm like, oh shit, whatever. I get a flash on me. And I'm like, and I hear, where are the J's? Give me the J's. And I'm like, what? He's like, where are the J's? The security walks in. He's like, bro, you got to be careful what you post. We saw your videos. That's how I know you're here. Where the J's at? You can't bring in J's. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He's like, yeah, that's what you get for posting so much. I'm like, I'm sorry. I already smoked them if I'm going to be completely honest. He's like, what? I was like, yeah, like I already gardened them. Mind you, I was already gardened. And he's like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, bro, come on. And then he kind of started loosen up a little bit. He's like, bro, I watch your vlogs. Like, come on, you can't be posting shit like that. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know. Like, I thought I saw other people smoking. He's like, nah, it's a private property. I'm like, oh, shoot. Well, it's gone now. Sorry. He's like, yeah. So how's Coachella been? How's the pizza? I saw your friend got sick the other weekend. And he was like, he was a key. And I was like, okay. But he's like, no, but actually, like, people are watching your videos. So, like, don't expose yourself for that because they're going to catch you. And I was like, oh, okay. So, yeah, I kind of got in trouble at Coachella, but next year I'm not going to sneak anything in. Well, maybe a J. Like, everybody has a J. And metal stakes, bitch, if I didn't have that, my tent would have flew away and hit a car and it would have been an insurance claim. So like, I don't really know if I brought in anything bad. The gummies, I didn't bring in the gummies. Those weren't my gummies. So you can't get me there. And I had already ingested it. So I had nothing left. But yeah. So anyways, Coachella, very, very fun. I would say weekend one, super opportunity based, really rich and bougie, a lot of influencer opportunities, met a lot of celebrities, but was alone a lot. Weekend two, so much friends, kind of overstimulated too because so much friends, but I love them, had the best time, never felt alone, partied the vibes down, had the best room day. And yeah, just had a good time with my friends and listened to a lot of music for the second time, which is always better listening second because you get more of it in your system, you know? Yes. What else? Yeah, third day I already talked about how I was so tired. Yeah, guys, and then the third day I drove back. Literally, that's how you know I'm getting older. I always just drive the next morning. Like I want to be at Coachella the longest I can possibly be. Bitch, I drove back right after Karol G. I was so tired, but I drove back because it really, really got there. And it was the worst decision of my life. Bro, well, to be honest, I drove back because I was meeting with Coachella Boo. Like Coachella Boo was also at weekend two only for the last day and he wasn't staying, so he was just driving back. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm driving back to LA now. And I was like, you know what? I might as well drive back too. And all my friends were leaving too, and I might as well get some bussy. So I packed my car up and I drove tired as fuck to get some bussy. I'm not gonna lie. But guys, it was so long. I heard now that apparently driving tired can be worse than driving drunk. So I will not be doing that. And I could see that because bitch, I was falling asleep at the wheel and it was so hard. It was like 2:30 in the morning. Don't do that, guys. Do not do that. It was so bad. It literally brain fried me to the point where I couldn't go live for like a week and a half or film videos because I don't know. I was already so tired and my brain was working extra hard to like stay awake. It was really scary, guys. I'm not going to lie. I hate going to bed at like 5 in the morning and then sleeping the whole next day and then having to fix the schedule. It's like the most depressing shit ever. We're on the second page of the pod. Let's not say. Oh my God. No way. Guys, I think we're now at the now section of the pod. That was all the like catching you guys up. But now we're talking about the nows and the updates and then we'll get into pop culture. So nows. A lot of things are going on now. I'm trying to figure out my life, my schedule right now after all the chaos. I think I am going to Lightning in a Bottle at the end of May, which is another festival. Me and Tyler are going to Lollapalooza in Chicago, but that's in July, so that's a little bit away. So we have some time to figure something out. I think I want to go on a solo trip. I know I want to go on a solo trip, but I also would love to go with my friends because friends make everything fun and they can get pictures of me. All right. I think if I were to go to Colombia, which is an idea, I would want to go solo just because a lot of my family's there. I can get good solo content, but also be with my family. Also, a lot of my friends like don't have passports, so they can't really come with me. Hawaii, you guys know Hawaii is my spot. I've been solo so many times. But I kind of do want to go with like Oscar and Drew. I've been with Tyler before. I would go with Tyler as well. I also want to go with my friend Indy and Jordy. Like I want to go with the group, but I also want to go with Sty. But whoever honestly is down, I'll go with. And if it's solo, I'll go. But I am planning a trip between these couple months, especially because like, you know, now that I have a little bit more money, like, bitch, if I don't spend it on a trip, I'll spend it on like headphones. Like, you know what I mean? So like, I want to go on a trip. That's been one of my priorities. On my manifestation board of the year, I've done. Oh my God, artist passes were on there, and I literally got artist passes. Backstage passes were on there. I got backstage passes. Like a lot of other things were on there. One of them is traveling. I haven't traveled like at all this year, so I really want to. I've only been to Connecticut, but no, and New York, but I want to like go out of the country. Maybe I'll do another solo trip for my birthday, but that's in September. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. So yeah, now we're just chilling. I have the Hinge brand deal, which I'm very excited about. So we up. I also got, guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to be very, like, I got this brand deal with like this blood drawing testing kit. And when my manager sent it to me, she's like, hi, I have 5 brand deals lined up for you this month. Do you want to accept them? Bitch, the money looked really good for all of them lined up. So I was like, yes. Like when I see all of them together, I'm like, yes. But now that I'm in charge of doing it individually, I'm like, I don't really know if I want to do it. Because, guys, it's a blood testing kit. Bro, what? Like, I get it. Like, I am at an era where I am elevating my life and trying to mature and trying to do things that help me and my health. But getting my blood drawn at home is a little scary. Like, I don't know if I should be the one to be recommending y'all to get your bloods drawn. But, like, also it does make sense because I am trying to get my life together. And it is about, like, iron and blood levels and energy and making sure you catch things before they happen. And that does make sense because I would like that. So that is why I said yes. But the issue occurred when they sent me a script. And the script that I have to do for this deal is talking about, as a content creator, I need so much energy to get through my day. Bitch, that sounds so out of touch. Are you serious? Like, it could have been worded differently, and I asked if we could do it differently, so we'll see if they say yes. I don't know. We're in limbo right now with the brand, but we're in litigation. But I said, like, I'd much rather be like, like, I need a lot of energy when filming my videos, so let's figure out my energy levels by getting my blood drawn, Not as a content creator. So that already was like, I don't really know if I want to post it. Also, I don't even have to post it. It's for them to post. So I'm even like, bro, that's even scarier because, like, I don't know how their people are going to take it. So I was already a little bit iffy about it. But a part of the deal was that I had to go, Drew vlogged this. I don't know if you saw in his vlog on his TikTok. A part of it was that I had to go to a testing center and get my blood drawn, So I already didn't want to do that, but I had to do it. Bitch, I fasted for 10 hours to do this. Mind you, it didn't even happen because I went to the testing facility. It was in Beverly Hills, so I assumed it was going to be super bougie. Bitch, it was like a dingy little corner, like, office that this brand was subleasing from, like, another dingy office. And nobody even knew what the fuck was going on. Bitch, here I am doing a brand new for this company. I thought I was going to show up. Somebody's going to be like, hi, Pablo. Like, here's your hair and makeup. No, I'm kidding. But I thought they were going to be like, oh, look, we know you're filming. Like, oh, look, we know this, we know that. Bitch, I show up like, hi. The counter's like, hey. I'm like, what's up? I'm here for the video. They're like, what video? And I'm like, oh, I'm here for the brand, this brand. They're like, oh, you're blood drawn? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, okay. We'll put you in. And I was like, put me in. Like, I already have an appointment. Like, oh, no, it's only... Sorry. They're like, no, it's only walk-in. And I'm like, walk? Okay. So I sit down. I'm with Drew because Drew was going to film the content of me getting my blood drawn. Mind you, there's a big sign that says no filming. So I'm like, what are we even doing here? I'm waiting. An hour goes by. Nothing. Next thing you know, this gay walks in. He's like, hey, I'm here to get STD tested. Period, king. Bitch, but we got another blood test in line. Like, piped down. And they're like, oh, okay. Do you want to schedule an appointment? Yeah. Okay. We'll put you in for 10 minutes from now. So I couldn't get an appointment for the blood test that I'm supposed to be getting, allegedly conspiracy, for a brand deal that I'm doing to work with you guys. But this man, honestly valid, he needs to get STD tested before he gets dick. I get it. He gets in like that. So I'm like, are you serious? So I'm already a little bit irritated. So then an hour later, I hear Pablo. I get up. They're like opening the door for me to go inside. They don't let Drew in. So Drew couldn't even film. So I was like, bruh. I go in and they're like, oh, are you here to do a test for this brand? I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, we have none of those left. We're super packed. Sorry. Another day. Bitch, it was like 11:30 a.m. It was early. What do you mean y'all are so packed? Isn't this like a new business, a startup business? Like, what are you talking about? They're like, yeah, we only have 2 of those tests left and we have to save it for people that actually need it. Okay, I get it. Bitch, I get it. If somebody actually needs a blood test that's going to help their health, go ahead. I'm not being a dick. Go ahead. But it was just such a chaotic experience for this brand. Mind you, oh, here comes the out of touch. They're paying me they're paying me a couple thousand, which I'm super grateful for. And I will do, and I'm here to show up and doing the best videos. But when they already was trying to get me to say, as a content creator, I'm like, oh God. And then I go to this facility, I'm waiting over an hour and a half, and they don't even know that I'm there. I'm like, am I supposed to be recommending this to people? I don't really know if I feel good recommending this to people. So I was irritated, and this is when I was a brat, guys. I was a brat, sorry. I have a group chat with my team. It's my manager and my accountant, and not my actual accountant, but my accountant for my brand deals. And there's a litigation, a lawyer in there. There's it's like 5 people in there. And that's where we talk all logistics. And they'll be like, okay, Pablo, you have to film this today. This is due today. This is what you have to do. So I was telling them that I was on my way to the facility so that they could let them know. Nobody let them know. So when I was walking out of this facility, I was so irritated. And I was like, you guys, this brand was super disrespectful and super rude. I do not want to do it anymore. Let's just pass. Bitch, we already signed the deal. Bitch, there's thousands of dollars on the line. But I was just so irritated because I was like, I don't even want to promote this if I don't actually believe in it. So I was like, let's just pass. My manager's like, we can't pass. We already signed it. And I was like, well, I'm telling you that as your creator, I don't feel comfortable doing this. They were extremely rude. They were giving, I didn't even emphasize that. They were giving me so much attitude at the office. It was super disrespectful, and Drew even knows it. I was like, they were giving me hella attitude. They're trying to come up. I don't even want to do it. I'll pass. They're like, well, Pablo, we don't want to ruin this relationship with this agency. Bitch, what, a blood testing agency? Like, what are we going to have? What is the big ideal, like, brand do here? You want me to fucking have a brand deal with DoxyPep? Which, go off, like kings. Well, yes, but what are we doing here? Like, so I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, so I'm like, I just don't really feel comfortable with it. Like, they were really rude. I don't know if I align with the brand. So, like, let's see what I can do. Maybe we can fix the terms and get it. She fixed the terms. We're good. Realistically, guys, the brand is smaller. I get it. But the people that were working at the office, since they were subleasing, they don't know the people that were working there. So they were just giving like hella aggressive and hella rude, bro. And I was like, you know what? It literally feels like I'm selling my soul for money right now. Like, I'm literally making money by giving you my blood, and I feel uncomfortable. So if we can fix this brand deal to where I don't have to actually get my blood drawn, like, then I'm cool. Like, so we fixed it. But I was gagged. The woman was too stunned to speak. Like, and then I got pizza after because I was fasting for like 10 hours, and I was like, bro, I need to get some pizza. Anyways, another brand. You guys know I went with you to the people to Coachella. Guys, I love them so much. I love their team so, so much. I'm not gonna lie, like a couple years ago, I was a little upset with them. Not upset with them, I was just upset because they reached out for me to be a model for their campaign. They were like, oh my God, we're going to put your face all over billboards in LA. Your face is going to be everywhere in 36 locations. You and like 5 other creators. I was like, oh my God, this is when I was a smaller creator. So I was like, this is like dream come true. I did the campaign. I did the photo shoot, did everything for this brand. Like a month later when it was supposed to come out, I looked at all the billboards and everybody was on it but me, and they took me off of the billboard. And they said it wasn't because of me. They said it was because something happened and the picture got bad. Da, 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 da. I don't believe it. I think honestly they just had bigger creators, which is completely okay. And I completely understand, but I was so sad because it was like supposed to be my big break. And here I am looking at the billboards and my face is nowhere to be seen. And mind you, that same day I got cheated on. So it was like I was at Panera, like texting, like trying to find my person, and they weren't answering all day, and then they were at someone's house sucking their dick. So it was an awful fucking day. So yeah, after that, I always still have loved their products, and I've always given them grace because it wasn't their fault. You know, it's show business, baby. But you know, I worked with them now, and I love them so much, and it's so full circle. And so I have to text him actually. On like Friday, I think, one of the brand managers was like, hey, Pablo, like the video's approved to post. We're going to post it. Because for the deal, we had to post one of our videos on our page, and then we had to make a separate video for them to post on their page. So that's what was happening. Like, they were going to post that video that was approved. So I was like, okay, that's fine. They're like, do you want to co-host it? I'm going to be completely honest, guys. If I were to post it as a natural brand deal, I could have made like a lot of money, like over $10,000, like it can get there. But I really was grateful for them for what they did for Coachella, and I have a good relationship with them, and I love their products. So I was like, you know what? I'll give them a free fucking video. You know, my manager's probably gonna get pissed, but like I'll just do it. Like I'll co-host it on my end. You know, it doesn't look bad to have a co-hosting deal with a brand. And also, I was kind of being Muciana Grande, guys. Right now, You to the People's Face is Quen Blackwell. Their whole campaign is surrounded around Quen Blackwell. So, like, their whole page is literally, like, completely flooded with Quen. And I was like, and I just imagine my face there. Like, it would be right in the middle. I'm like, oh, my God, yes, Quen and Pablo. What is it called? When it's not actually real. The uncertified, whatever. Pablo, the uncertified face of You to the People. I know Quen would be real irritated. All right. No, but I was like, yeah, like, I'll post it. Like, okay, perfect. So I was waiting for them to post it, and then they never did. And then the weekend went by, and I texted them yesterday. I was like, wait, did you guys post it? Like, I was waiting for it. Like, oh, no, we were waiting for you to post it and co-host us. And then I'm like, okay, kind of giving a little Muciana Grande because I'm not getting paid for this. But, like, I will do it because I want to continue to develop my relationship with the brand, and I really do love them, and I have nothing bad to say about them. So I will do it. And I was like, okay, should I do it right now? And they're like, oh, like, low-key, like, our page is flooded with Quen. So, like, let's reconvene on Monday. Are you serious? Literally the same thing that happened like the first time with the campaign. But I think they're still going to post it. And if they don't, I mean, it doesn't harm me because I already got the opportunities and stuff. And if they want to use it, they can. But I do want to be useful for them. And, hopefully they see me as that creator. Like, okay, Pablo, like, is really nice. Like, he goes above and beyond. Like, he, like, didn't have to do this and he did. And now we're going to give him a car. All right. No, but I'm really close friends with, like, the team. That's, like, the best part about brands, you guys, in LA. If you guys ever go to a brand deal event, not brand deal, if you guys ever go to a brand event or an event with a lot of influencers, bitch, yes, say hi to the creators, but more so focus on the people behind the brands, the people who put together the events. That's what I've always done. That's why I worked with Rihanna. That's why I went to Coachella with You to the People. That's how the Doja Cat lore happened. Like, so much shit happened just by connecting with people on the team. And yeah, so they're all super nice guys. I literally have partied with them before, and I love them. You to the People, I love you. Post my video, hoes. I'm kidding. All right. What else? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, this week has been a lot about focusing on myself. A lot of my friends have been asking me to hang out, and I've kind of been denying them, and I feel so bad. But I'm back. Hopefully, it's Monday, so hopefully I'm back. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It is. I did hang out with Tyler at the Madonna event. I'll get into it. I did hang out with Sty yesterday because we did a stream. Like, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Sometimes it's like I give myself more motivation to hang out, like if I know we're going to do a piece of content, because I know that I'm fulfilling myself passionate vibes, but then I'm also fulfilling my social battery. But sometimes, like, when my friends are like, let's go hang out and do nothing, like, I will do it, but I am in the back of my head thinking, like, I want to do content, like, I want to grow, like, I want to solidify my life, like, I want to shadow a bigger apartment, like, like, all these things. So I need to work on that, and that's something I've been working on therapy as well. But it does feel like I kind of just want to film all the time because it's fun. I don't know. But yeah, so this weekend I started a new journey. I started painting the trade. All right, no, I'm kidding. I started painting. You guys can see the new painting in the back. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. When I was younger, I did painting lessons, and I was pretty good. And I'm just trying to tap into, like, all of my, like, old habits. Guys, let me say something real clear, and let me take a sip before I say this because it's going to get there. Ready? Just gonna get there. You are never too old to try a new hobby. I'm 24, and bitches be making me think I'm old because I'm getting a little older. I get it. But I feel like with dreams and hobbies and passions, people think that you put all the energy into it before you're like 20 years old. And then when it doesn't work out, you don't have a plan B. So you kind of have to start doing what you never wanted to do because that's what's paying the bills. You can do that and that's fine, but also find time to feed into those hobbies. It is never too late to randomly decide, I want to be the most famous painter artist in the world. I want to be a pop star. I want to be a fashion designer. I want to be a YouTuber. I want to be a podcaster. Guys, I've been doing social media for over 10 years and I've never had my big break, but now people watch me, people see me, and I love you guys and I'm so grateful for it. But I'm 24. I'm basically just starting this height of my career and I'm 24. So if you bitches are 21 or 22 and I'm like, oh, it's too late for me to start YouTube, don't piss me off. Do not piss me off. Addison Rae just started becoming a major pop star at 24. Sabrina Carpenter is 26, 27, and look at her. The new age to make your dreams come true are your mid-20s because we're not having kids anymore. Before, parents were having kids and that was their big dream. They were getting houses. Our big dreams are solidifying our futures and becoming the biggest and the best in the business. Well, yes. All right. I'm just talking out of my ass. No, but I'm being serious, you guys. Like, never, I promise you guys, never feel like it's too late. Like, I'm just starting a podcast at 24. I've always wanted to do it. I could have started it when I was 19 and maybe it would have been better. Maybe it would have been worse. But I'm starting now and that's all that matters. So I love y'all. Don't be shy to try new hobbies. This is a testament to that. I went to a park the other day in the valley and I stood there for 4 or 5 hours, just looked at a canvas and started painting, and it came out so good and I vlogged it and you guys loved it. And then I went back the next day and added some seconds. And I'm going to do that more, guys. I have a lot of free time. I'm very blessed for that. And I'm going to tap more into painting and my hobbies. And that's going to be a vibe for me because it really helps me feel fulfilled. Something I want to continue to do in my life is just feel creative and passionate. That is where I want to do. That is what makes me feel happy. And that is that. So, and it was so cute too because the first day I was painting, this little kid on a bike came up to me. He's like, whoa, this is so good. Can I take a picture of it? And I was like, yeah, of course. He's like, amazing job. Bye. I was like, bye. So cute. And then the next day I was in the same spot painting and the kid came up again and he's like, yo, you're still here? I was like, yeah. He's like, whoa, it looks so much better. Can I get another picture of it? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you should add a Ferris wheel. You should add this. And I was like, That is so sweet because I was the exact same kid, guys, who every day after school did not want to be home, would go on my bike anywhere else than home, meet people, talk to people, get in people's conversations, take pictures of things. It was really healing. It was very, very healing. So, yeah, that was very cute. What else? What else? Oh, also, guys, one of my besties, she's like a celebrity assistant, and she had so much lore about the celebrity assistant, and I was gagged. So she came and visited me the first day that I was painting, and she sat down right next to me and was just spilling all the lore. So like I was like tapping into like my young self, like healing myself, my inner child, talking to that little kid, like, like very sweet vibes. But then there was like the bitch on my right telling me about like how her celebrity assistant like didn't let her eat a banana. All right. I was like, so it was like a super like LA dichotomy situation, like healing my inner child, but also tapping into like the energy of LA. That is literally what LA is. You just always got to be in the middle. You can never be too far on the left or too far on the right. You got to be in the middle, know your ground, humble yourself, touch the grass. That's where I was at. But it was so, so fun. Oh my gosh, guys, now we're getting into the past 3 days. The Madonna event, you guys. I went to Madonna's party. I did. Let me take a sip of water and then we'll get into that. We have the Madonna event, the yesterday lore. We have some love life to tap into, and then pop culture. Okay, so Madonna event. Yes, hi. So if you guys don't know, Madonna came out with Sabrina weekend 2 of Coachella was such a gag. Tyler, my friend Tyler, he is such a big fan of Madonna. I obviously know Madonna's queen, icon, so deserving of everything. I don't know all the lore though, but I know she was like an icon pop girly. So I was excited to see her come out for Sabrina. I did see the crowd was like kind of dead for Madonna. And I was like, that's how you know there's a lot of younger people. But she deserves her applause, her tens. But apparently, okay, so me and Tyler, we had talks of going to Stagecoach this weekend. Thank God we didn't go. I was so tired. There was like sandstorms. It was evacuated. I don't know. But we went last year. It was really fun, but we didn't this year. So the main reason why we didn't go is because there was no accommodations. There was no tickets. But when I called Tyler, I was like, are we going to... Sorry, guys, I got a burp. Oh, my God. When I asked Tyler, I was like, wait, bitch, are we going to go to Stagecoach? Like, what's the vibes? He's like, I don't have any opportunity. I don't know if you do. But I just got a really big opportunity in the mail, like through his manager, and he's trying to see if he could get me a +1. And if he does, it's going to be so much fun. And I was like, oh, my God, yes. Like, what is it? And he's like, I'll tell you. I'll let you know. He ended up getting me the +1. He got +2, one for me and one for Dia, his friend. It was Madonna's party. It was Madonna's album release party or single release party for the Confessions of Pre-Madonna #2, right? It's like her second album that she's coming out with like 20 years later or something like that. She was having an album release party for that. So I was like, oh my God, I love an album release party. It's Madonna. I was feeling ugly from Coachella. I hadn't shaved in like a week. I hadn't gotten cute. So I was like, let's get cute. Let's fucking go. So Tyler came over. We pre-gamed. We went live. Had so much fun. We brought you guys with us. You guys, when we got, it was at the Abbey, and the Abbey is at WeHo, and WeHo is usually where you just like black out and party, but here's like a super exclusive event going on. So bitch, when we got there, it was a mix of a bunch of celebrities getting in, a bunch of influencers trying to get in, and then a bunch of, people just at WeHo existing, but also like curious and also trying to get in, but also taking pictures with the celebrities, but then there was also paparazzi. So it was like a super LA event, super LA event. Right when I walked in, I saw one of my ex-situationships right at the front. He told me he liked my hair. I was like, I gotta go, babe. Like, I gotta go. So there's a long line. But me and Tyler are on the list. And to be honest, guys, Absolute Vodka was hosting the event. Tyler is very close with Absolute Vodka brand managers. Hence, again, like I said, we're very good at talking with brand people at events. So Tyler went to a brand activation for Absolute Vodka at Coachella. He met the team. They loved him. They watched his videos. So now we got a direct invite to Madonna. That's how it happened. We wouldn't have been invited otherwise. So we knew that we were like just getting let in. She texted us, let me know when you're at the door. I'll get you guys in. There's a lot of people outside. Bitch, we got let in before like RuPaul Drag Race people. Like we got let, like we're not saying we should have, but like we got let in before like these creators with millions of followers. Like people like on my live are like, oh my God, that's this guy. Oh my God, that's that guy. Like we just got let in. But I felt bad because, oh my God, there's this one guy who I worked with on set like 4 or 5 years ago. Super nice guy. And it was before I like kind of blew up and started doing social media. After that, he's always tried to flirt with me, always. And I've always just paid him dust because he's not my type. but I've always tried to be nice because he is a nice guy that we worked on set together. As the years have went on, he has become disgusting with me, sending me random nudes, telling me the most disgusting, foul things about how he needs me so bad. And I never wanted to be a dick because I always wanted to be like humble and like nice to that one guy I worked that first time on set with. But bitch, he does too much. He's like always trying to hook up, like just doing way too much. And it makes me uncomfortable. So now I just never respond to him ever. And I feel so bad because he was supportive. Like it started off as like very supportive when we worked together. Then he started seeing me try to grow on social media, a little supportive. Then started getting super vulgar, super like nasty. I don't even want to say nasty, but literally just sliding up like, I literally need your D inside of my hole so bad right now, or else I'm literally gonna scream until my falls out of my nose, and then like just weird shit, like weird shit. So whatever. Throughout the years, I've seen him in public, and I always try to be nice. And as the years have went on, I kind of pay him dust a little bit more. And I've heard him be like, "Oh, you think you're too good for me? Like, oh, it's just because you're famous now, like da da da." But he was never a dick about it. He was always like still kind of being like, "I need you so bad," but like saying things like that. I was like, "Ha, no, King, I'm just busy. Ha, I'm sorry, whatever." So when we get to the line, I see this boy in the front of the line, and I didn't know if we were gonna be able to get in or not. So I told Tyler, I was like, Tyler, like, there was this really weird guy who we could cut in front with him, but like we don't need to do that. But like I don't know if we're gonna get in or not. But like if we aren't, like we could. And he was like, no, like they're gonna get us right now. They're gonna get us right now. I was like, okay. So we're just standing there, and I see him, but he doesn't see me, or he does. I don't know. We get inside, cool, have a fun time. Bitch, tell me why I see him in there. I say hi to him quickly, just hi, bye. Bitch, he made a vlog the next day, posted on his TikTok. He's like, oh my God, I went to Madonna's event. I was waiting in line, and there's all these influencers, including that one musty boy with a t-shirt. He just went right to the front of the line, and he got in because he thinks he's so much better than me. Bitch, now I do think I'm better than you. Ew. I was like, you're so weird. Like, do you want me to show all the text? Like, you're so weird, bro. Like, yes, I get it. It's annoying. Influencer culture, cutting the front of the lines. I get it. But at the same time, guys, and then he said, mind you, we were all on a list. I don't want to be that guy. Bitch, we were not on the same list. We were on two separate lists. Don't piss me off. Anyways, so I get in. I'm in this little section. Like BB Rex is there, Julia Fox is there, Troye Sivan is there, Harry Daniels. All right. Me and Tyler just kikiing with Harry Daniels the whole time. I'm like, oh bitch, I saw what you said about Cat's Eye. Like, what's the tea? I need to know the tea. I love Cat's Eye. He's like, no, I know I saw that. I don't even know why people are saying that. Like I saw on Just Trish, they said that Harry Daniels has all the tea and that they told him all the tea and they were gagged. This is me being like, should I say it? No, I'll just say something quick because I'm not going to get into too much messiness or whatever. Basically, he was saying that, like, I think, like, the girls of Cat's Eye got a little bit upset with him because they thought that he was spreading things around, but he wasn't. And that podcast clip made it seem like he was. But all he knows is kind of what the internet knows, plus, like, the feelings of the girls. But he's never talked directly with Madonna other than at Coachella. And she said that she was upset she couldn't perform or upset she didn't perform. That's like the clarification is weird. He doesn't know if she's upset that he doesn't know if Mano's upset she couldn't perform or didn't perform. So I don't know. There's still, but apparently like, cause he's friends with Megan and Laura, I think they kind of got upset with him, but I think they're cool. But I've always seen Harry Daniels. Like I've been at multiple clubs where I've met Megan and seen Megan, and she's always close with Harry. So I'm sure he knows more that I don't know about. But Harry's really tea. Harry was there like singing to celebrities as he always does. It was so funny because me and Tyler, our vocal stem the whole night was like, BB Rexa. And he's like, BB Rexa. And then literally 1 second later, BB Rexa walks right by us. It was such a gag. Julia Fox was a gag because I've never seen her. Who else? Carter B was there, Kylie Jenner's best friend. I'm not going to lie, guys. Carter's so nice, but every time I see him, I just get insecure because... So you guys know I had that like fake beef with Kylie Jenner where I Instacarted to her house. Obviously, I feel bad. I shouldn't have done it, but at the same time, no buts. Shouldn't have done it. It's a girl. She's famous. I don't know what it's like being famous. And here's a boy being like, I'm Instacarting to Kylie Jenner. I know I said she didn't tip because she didn't, but then her team tipped 2 days later. It was a couple dollars. We moved on. Anyways, so I've always been like, oh my God, Kylie hates me. All of her friends hate me. I'm so embarrassed. But throughout the years of living in LA, I've met a lot of her friends, Kiki with a lot of her friends. It's evident they don't hate me, but I've never spoken about Kylie or to Kylie. So One day I got invited to go to Ava Max's house to do like a brand deal with her. It was literally just me, Drew, because I brought Drew with me, Harry Jowsey, Ava Max, Carter B, and like these two other really big celebrities in Brazil. So we were all just like hanging out the whole day, and I got to know Carter, and he was really nice. And I gave him one of my merch shirts. He wore my shirt. I took a picture with him. He posted my merch. He followed me on Instagram. He reposted my TikTok that we made to Famous Again by Addison Rae. You guys were all gagged that me and Carter were friends because you guys know he's with Kylie. Super nice, super fun. Love him down. Then, like, and this was after Doja Cat had like called me musty, so I think like he had already felt bad about it. Oh no. This was actually before. Yeah. So this was like a couple days after I had given her the shirt, but before I think she went off on me. No. This was after because I remember being like, oh, Carter was so nice after. Anyways, a couple weeks later, Carter unfollowed me on Instagram, and I was like, oh, maybe he hates me. And then I've seen him multiple times in public, and every time I see him, he's super nice to me, and we kiki, and we have fun, and I shouldn't bring up this. Maybe one day I'll bring up a conversation we had in the bathroom, but I am not going to be that guy because I'm not going to, yeah, no. But like, he's super nice and super cool. One time, literally, like, we were at a Diplo concert, and I was like, where's Diplo? And he's like, he's being really gay in the back. And I was like, oh my God, because Diplo's like bi or whatever. So I was like, oh my God, he's probably hooking up with a guy in the back. Like, it's so hot. Oh my God, he gets there. But yeah, Carter's nice. But I saw him again at 818. He was right next to Kylie. And I tried saying hi to Carter, and he kind of ignored me. So I was like, okay, I don't know if he found out about the Kylie thing and he hates me, or maybe he just unfollowed me because the numbers looked bad. He wanted the aesthetic, or maybe we're not even that close. He doesn't even need to follow me. But I think Carter's super cool, and I think he's like an icon in LA. So I'm always going to wonder, and one day one day we'll get more deep into it, and one day I'll tell you guys about the bathroom conversation. But yeah, every time I see him, I always feel a little like nervous or whatever. So I saw him at the Madonna event, and I just didn't even say hi because I was like, you know what, like, bitch, I'll see you at the top. I can't keep saying hi to you in the middle because it's really gonna get there. It's really gonna. I'm like, hi, like, Pablo, shut up. So, and that's something else I've learned also. Like, bitch, I saw Addison Rae was there. There's so many celebrities. I didn't ask anyone for a picture. I'm done asking people for pictures. You guys are probably like, thank God, Pablo, finally. No, I grew up, guys, pretty chronically online, watching YouTube. I wouldn't say celebrity obsessed, but, well, I had J14 magazines on my wall. But, like, it was just more like I wanted that life for myself and for my family. And I always saw, yeah, I would see creators and influencers, like, rich, but I would see them, like, buying their siblings, like, cars and shit. And I was like, that's what I want. So, like, that's where that all came from. But now, like, after Coachella, when Ice Spice said no for a picture, and then FK Twigs said no for a picture, and then I met Katsa and I didn't ask them for a picture, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm cool. Yes, I met Sophia and Yunche last weekend. Well, yes. So I just had a great time with my friends. I kept putting covers over my drinks because I know everyone gets roofied at the Abbey. Bitch, I was really fucked up. So honestly, who knows if I don't know. We saw Madonna, super fun, but it was like super packed, and Addison was right in front of us. I couldn't really see her, but I definitely could have asked for a picture with Addison, but I was not in that mentality at all because I was just so drunk and like vibing. It felt like really scary in there. Like we were like really trapped, not gonna lie, but it was a good time. And after that, we just wanted to get out. We started going around to WeHo because we were already at WeHo. I met with Drew and Oscar. We had fun. We just went to different clubs for the rest of the night. And yeah, it was a really, really fun night. And that's exactly what I mean, guys. Like, it's always important to be in the middle. Management. The word of the podcast, management. Manageable. Like, yes, you had a really crazy LA chaotic experience, but now you're going back to your friends and you're having fun. You know what I mean? Like, yes, you're hearing this extremely crazy celebrity assistant story, but you're also painting and tapping into your roots. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a gag. It's a gag. So yeah, that is the Madonna shit. Oh, there was this boy in the bathroom that was flirting with me, a very big celebrity. Yeah, you guys all know him. He probably has like 10 million followers on Instagram. He's known for being with this other boy. Bitch, he was trying to fuck on me in the bathroom. I was not trying to fuck on him, bitch. We were in the bathroom. I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. Just like complimenting me, saying I'm so cute, and saying that I probably get flirted with so much, and that my eyes are beautiful, and that he would love to see my eyes closer. Mind you, he has a whole boyfriend. Bitch, I walked out. His boyfriend was waiting for him in the bathroom. I was like, LA is so scary. Like, I mean, open relationships are really real, especially in the gay culture, which is fine if that's what you like. But I was like, and then when I walked by his boyfriend, who I think is way hotter, I like smiled at his boyfriend. And then his boyfriend was like winked at me. I was like, oh, y'all are all hoes. Y'all are all hoes. But I will be the third. Call me when you need me. Call me when you wake up. All right, I'm going to be in the hills. Anyways, no, so I just walked away from them. And yeah, that was a really, really fun night. What else? Okay. So yesterday, guys, this was so random. The day after the Madonna event, I was like really hungover, but I just didn't want to lay in bed all day. So I got up, I met with Drew and Sty. We went to the mall. I bought some headphones. We went shopping. Really, really fun. When it was so funny, you guys. It's not funny, but it was kind of funny. So we went into Addicted, and Sty really wanted this one top, and I found the top. I was like, oh my god, Sty, look, it's the top. It's a top. Then there was these girls looking at the top, and it was one of my followers, like a couple of my followers, like, oh my god, Pablo, hi, oh my god, hi. And at the same time, they're picking the same top that Sty was looking at, but they were there first. So, bitch. So Sty's like, oh my god, isn't this top so cute? They're like, yeah, oh my god, look, oh my god, look. Sty's like, yeah, like, blah, blah, blah. They're like, okay, well, bye. So nice to meet you guys. Bye. She walks away with the top. Sty's like, oh my god, I'm so excited to get the top. Sty's like, fuck, bitch, there's only extra larges left. There's only larges left. And I'm like, and I look at the girl, and the girl's like 1 foot away, and she's holding the last extra small in front of Sty, mind you. Sty is like literally, I've never seen like anger fill up his eyes, and he's like, and I'm like, bitch, she took the last extra small. Keep in mind, guys, she was a curvier girl. I don't think that like, and maybe she got it for somebody else. I don't think the extra small was like the best fit. Like no shade, like it like a small or medium, like maybe like it would have been really T, but like I think maybe she just grabbed the first one without looking, but it was definitely not her size. So Sty's like right in front of her, and he's like, bitch, it's not even her. And I'm like, Sty, stop. He's like, I'm like, stop. Right. He was so irritated, bitch. We had to walk out. He was so irritated. Bitch, at the end of the mall trip, like 2 hours later, we got stuck in the elevator with her going up, and he was so irritated, and I felt so bad because she was like a really sweet follower, but she grabbed the last extra small. It was really there. And Sai called his brother after, was like yapping about it. Bitch, it really, really got there. But after we went to Sai's house, I helped him build his shelf. And guys, we were on live with JT. That was so random. One second. So Sty randomly was like, oh my god, people are saying that JT wants to go live with me. I was like, oh my god, do it. Because JT loves Sty, Sty loves JT, and that's so iconic. So I'm like, do it. So I'm just building Sty's furniture. Sty goes live, and they're talking. So cool. It's their moment, iconic. And I'm just like in the back, like building, because I was already there building. And JT's like, who's that? And Sty makes a joke like, oh, I hired him to do my thing. I hired him to build my shelf. And I was like, no, you didn't. And he's like, shut up and work. Like being super, mind you, there's like 5,000 people in the live. And I'm like, oh my God, dude, people think I'm actually like working right now. But then all the OGs knew it was me. But then JT's like, no, wait, who are you? I want to know you. She brings me up. Bitch, I talked to JT for like 5 minutes. There's like clips about it on the internet. She's like, I love you. You're so T. Pablo. She's making all these jokes. She's like, are you top or bottom? You're so cute. Are you on like making so many fun jokes? And I never thought in my cards I was gonna kiki with JT, but that's not my friend. That's Ty's friend, obviously, guys. I'm not that. I don't. I've always known JT's iconic, and I love that she likes me. Well, yes, but it was super iconic for Sai to have that like moment and like her to get on his call. But bitch, not her being like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, Pablo. She's like, Pablo's actually your name? I'm like, yeah. She's like, your real name? And I was like, yeah. She's like, so your mom just had you and the first thing she thought of was Pablo? Are you serious, JT? I was gagged. And I was like, well, yes. And then she's like, you're so cute. Are you top or bottom? I was like, yes. She's like, I think you can be both. I think you like everything. I'm like, well, yes, I am a top. But I've always said like, I'd be a T-verse, but yes. And I thought it was so funny that she said that. And yeah, so that was like a really random live moment we had with JT. If you guys want to look up the clips, they're there. She was super, super sweet to me. So thank you, JT. I love you down. All right, guys. Yeah, speaking of being sweet and speaking of top and bottom and speaking of, I don't fucking know. I'm trying to find a transition. My love life. Guys, shit ain't sweet right now. I'm not going to lie. Because things are going really well, but Pablo doesn't know how to process any of it because of the past. And I'm just being honest with you guys. And if you're the guy watching this, hi, I miss you. I like you a lot. It's just so confusing with us. And you know that because we've had such a turbulent past, so much pain, so much betrayal and harm. But we were young and dumb, and I had so many faults as well. And I try to see people's faults as growth and opportunities for learning. But then it's like, are you that different? I don't know. I think you are. I know you are. I think what it is, it's they had a conversation with me recently where they said, it seems like you want to know nothing about me. Like anytime I bring something up about my current life, you kind of push it away. Every time, like when Coachella was happening, I didn't ask him if he was going. We just saw each other luckily. And he's like, I feel like if I didn't even text you, well, I texted him once he was there, but he's like, I feel like if I wasn't even at Coachella, we wouldn't have seen each other. Well, yes, that's how situational works, situational awareness. But he basically being like, I feel like you don't ask about my current life. And then even the other day, he said he went through something with his family. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm here for you. But I wasn't asking full details. And I think what that is, you guys, is I've been dealing with this idea that I'd rather love you for what I knew than hate you for what I know now. And I see him as this person that has changed and grown in a lot of ways. But then when we argue, he resorts to the same things of walking out of an argument or just not making me feel heard as much and telling me that. So basically he'll be like, this is something he'll do. He'll be like, I'm sad because of this. And then I'll be like, I'm so sorry you're sad because of this. That's not okay. Like, let me try to explain to you maybe why you're feeling sad or why you could have thought that I did this to make you sad. And he'll be like, no, there's no excuse. I don't want to hear anything. That's how I feel. That's it. And I'm like, no, but let me explain because I feel bad. No, this isn't about you. It's about me. Stop making yourself a victim. No, I'm just trying to learn and grow because I want to work on our communication. No, I told you this is how I feel. I don't need to hear you. Oh my God, you're so annoying. Why do you think every time I bring something up to you, you need to explain yourself? No, you don't always have to explain yourself. I'm just telling you how I feel and that's it, which is true. There's a part of it where it's like, okay, it's true. Like, you're telling me how you feel. You know, like, I don't need to explain myself because you are right and you're valid. But since I'm such an anxious attachment, I want it. I want to explain. And I think I learned on Jay Shetty Love podcast that in your relationship, you crave what you didn't get from your parents. So I didn't crave, or I didn't get the opportunity to explain myself. They would just be like, fuck you, and that was it. You're done, that's it. You're gay, that's it. I didn't get an opportunity to explain myself. And now here I am trying to explain myself to someone I don't necessarily need to explain myself to. And I really do care about him and I really do want it to work. But then I also wonder, are my friends going to be allowing of this? Like, am I going to be allowing of this? Like, am I scared to show this person back on social media? Like, are they using me? Are they not? Like, and I know they're not, but when we first started dating, I was at a different part of my career and now I'm in a different part of my career and I don't know. So it's been very complicated. And also, guys, I'm so busy. I'm traveling a lot. And, last thing sometimes you want is a relationship to hold you down, and not even hold you down so you can find other people, but hold you down like texting them every day and calling them every day. Because in my perfect world, like with this guy, maybe specifically, like we would call each other once a night and talk about the night or talk about the day and then go to bed, live our day the next day and then call each other again at night. Like sometimes the last thing I want to be doing is texting people, especially when I'm already on my phone all day doing other things. I don't know. It's weird. I'm going to figure it out. But it always sucks because I hate the limbo. Because then it's like, I'm going to find out he hooked up with someone else and then I'm going to be sad and then I can't get mad because we weren't together. And then I'm like, but I thought you changed. Like, I thought, we learned from our past that maybe we shouldn't hook up with people while we're talking. But then it's like, but you didn't put a label on it. And it's just like too much. So I need to protect my peace and just go with the flow and just respect myself and move the way I want to move. Oh, my shadow's right there. That's so cute. Hi, Bush. Everybody loves the chubby Losh Corpse. Yeah, like I just need to move in the ways I want to, just be a good person for myself. Whatever I expect him to do, I'll do myself naturally so we can both just exist and not hurt each other and hopefully repath ourselves onto a stable, healthy way. Because I do think there's hope, but I don't know. And I don't think it's bad to say I don't know, because now I'm going to be like, my ex is going to watch this and be like, you don't know. We're not together. There's no point of us talking if you don't know. Bitch, I feel like if I knew, it'd be more manic, right? So I feel like it's better to not know and move with respect and then cut it off. Not me, but like if that's what he was going to do. Oh my God, bitch, I could think about this forever. And now here I am going back to therapy. Oh my God, it's really going to get there. But what else? Yeah, I think that was just like a quick little love life update because I know you guys were getting me on that. But yeah, we did see each other at Coachella Weekend 1. We saw each other for a little bit, Coachella Weekend 2 for maybe like an hour. And then, yeah, we've just been talking here and there, but not too much because I suck at texting. It's going to get there, you guys. It's really, really going to get there. What else? What else? Oh my god, we're at pop culture. We made it to pop culture, you guys. Oh my god, I live. Okay, so we're gonna take a deep breath because I'm not gonna rush it. Pop culture is at least like a 10-20 minute segment, and I'm not gonna rush this one. Hi. Guys, I feel like we've done pretty good on this podcast. I haven't been too aware of like how fast I've been talking, but I think since I have a list, it's been more cohesive, right? Can y'all leave a comment in the chat? This has been more cohesive, right? I think the list, like I've used to put the energy like the first couple episodes and then I kind of started like doing whatever, but I think this is better. But pop culture, guys, so much is going on. I'm obsessed and I can't wait to talk about it. Number one, Euphoria right behind me. We're on episode 3. I have not finished episode 3 yet, but I'm on episode 2. I finished that one. I like it. I am excited mainly just because I have such bad ADHD, guys. Self-proclaimed. I know you guys are like, oh, you weren't diagnosed. Where I can't watch any shows unless it's like a reality show, which makes me feel brain rot. Like I'll watch Secret Life of Mormon Wives. I'll watch Selling Sunset. I'll watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I watch that fuck ass D'Amelio show, bitch. But like this kind of shows, I can't unless it's good. So I have been an avid watcher of Euphoria in the past, but it's been so long that I didn't know if I was gonna be able to watch it. I did, and I like it. It's definitely different. Sam Levinson or whatever, the director, has definitely taken a completely different route with it than what Petra Collins did. Petra Collins, I hope you're getting all your flowers. I see you doing all this iconic shit, and I'm so proud of you. I do know that Euphoria took your shit and took your aesthetic, and that is so upsetting. But bitch, they lost that aesthetic. So maybe they lost it because she sued them or something, or maybe something happened where they were getting hate. But it's now giving like a Wes Anderson, like 60s Western film. So I'll take it for what it is, but it is very different. But I had this conversation with Evan the other day, and I'm kind of still thinking about how I feel about it. But is Zendaya too big for Euphoria? I kind of think she is, but I kind of love how much energy she still puts into it. I know this is the last season. I saw an interview of Zendaya saying it was the last season, but then I saw some other cast members saying it wasn't because I don't think they want it to be the last season. And I also saw the director be like, you know, if it's the last season, I'm okay with it. I've written every season like it's the last season, but I think he's done that because I think there's been a lot of like controversy like on set, and I think it was kind of known that it could end at any point. But how do you guys feel about Euphoria being such a star-studded cast? Like, it's interesting because I can watch it and I subliminally will think like, oh, that's Sydney Sweeney. Oh, that's Jacob Elordi. But they're all so big now that it's like I'm watching like a crossover of like Wuthering Heights and then Spider-Man and then like an American Eagle racist ad. Like it's just like so confusing. But like when I lock in, I lock in. But like I feel like this is like the first fully star-studded cast in like forever. Like you would think it was like a Modern Family 20-year reunion. Like they're so big now and so famous, and like Euphoria is so big and famous, but they're all movie actors now. I don't know, at least Jacob and Zendaya. So I always find it interesting to watch. And I don't like I don't know, like Evan was like, Zendaya is not too big for Euphoria, like da 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 da. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if she's too big for it, but like she's definitely outgrew it a little bit, right? I don't know, but she's amazing in it. They're obviously all good. Jacob Elordi, he's hot. I don't know what's going on. Like, I do think he's a little hot. I think it's just like I've always not wanted to think he was hot because I was in a relationship and I was like, oh, there can't be another hot guy in the world. I know, toxic, insecure, I get it. But like, he's hot, and I did have like a partial wet dream about him the other night. Like, I watched an episode and then I had a dream where we were like making out and he was like telling the world that he wanted me. I don't know. I didn't bust, which I haven't. Have you guys had a wet dream? And I have not had a wet dream. I think I've only had one wet dream, and it was like my gay awakening. And it was with like this TikToker. Oh my God. And we're like kind of friends now. Oh my God. It's so there. But yeah. So Euphoria, great, star-studded cast. And I almost came to you, Jacob Elordi. Ew, I'm kidding. Well, I'm not. But yeah, Sweeney, girl, I hope you get your redemption back because those ads were scary. Those ads were really scary. Okay, what else? Oh, Kim and Louis. You guys know Kim Kardashian is in a relationship now. Louis Hamilton. I don't know much about Louis, but if she's happy, I'm happy. Guys, I cannot imagine, but I will one day, how it must feel to be that famous. I saw pictures of paparazzi of like 20 paparazzi taking pictures of her in the water in Malibu. Bitch, imagine if she drowned. Like, I don't know how she does it, but she says she loves this life and go off. Kudos to you. But that is a lot, a lot, a lot, a lot. Because even, bitch, when I go to WeHo and I'm like, is someone gonna see me like make out with my ex, like, or something like that? Like, I'm like, damn, like, I don't know how she's doing that, but she seems happy. And yeah, when Northwest was at Coachella, I think I saw her walking by me. It's so crazy that she's like a teenager now, just doing her big one. What else? Alex Earl and Alex Cooper. Let me take a sip of water because I know the lore. I don't know the lore, but I know like what's going on online. Okay, so let's talk about it. All right, so Alex Cooper, Alex Earl. Alex Cooper, let's bring it back to the beginning. Alex Cooper owns Unwell Network. Unwell Network is a chain of podcasts and shows that she is the top producer for, right? Under Sirius XM, which is a big production company in LA. So the way that happened was because Call Her Daddy. Call Her Daddy was Alex Cooper's really big podcast that has been very popular for years. It started off with Barstool Sports, which was the original production company, Dave Portnoy, New York-based company. She was working with her best friend, Sophia Franklin. They had the podcast together. Cool. The podcast blew up really big and they needed to renew their contracts. I think they were getting paid like $70,000 a year from Barstool, which was good at the time, but they needed to renew it. So that is when Sophia Franklin, her man, who was a really big like tech man in the industry, investor, he told the girls, y'all need to get paid more. We need to redo this contract before the new season because this cannot happen. So they were like, yeah, we need to do that. So they redo the contract, they negotiate it a little bit more. Cool, a little bit more. Pass it to Dave Portnoy. He says, okay, this is good, let's do it. Now, the man, we'll call him man in a suit or suit man, that's what they used to call him. Suit man is like, no, they need even more money and they need this and they need merch and they need the IP. The IP is owning the podcast essentially, which these girls are just starting. So for them to own the IP is not likely at all. So that's when Dave Portnoy is basically like, fuck you, we're not going to do that. Absolutely not. So that's when Alex Cooper's like, okay, bitch, we already got the better deal. Let's do it. Let's take it. I'm good with it. Sophia Franklin is like, no, like, I think we deserve more. And Alex is like, no, girl, like, this is fine. Like, we're already getting what we asked. Like, it was like $500,000 or like maybe like $300,000. It was like a lot more money. And Sophia's like, no. The man in the suit was like, no. So that's when Alex Cooper's like, I need to make a decision because I'm okay with this deal. So she goes to Dave Portnoy alone and she tells him, I'm okay with this deal. Sophia's doing too much. I'm ready for this deal. That is when Dave Portnoy is like, okay, let's leave her out of it. Let's give it all to you. I'll give you $500,000 and I'll give you the IP. Everything they asked for. Just because you weren't greedy, I'll give it all to you. So they left Sophia out on the side. Alex Cooper got all of Call Her Daddy, and that's when she started her empire. I don't think it's fully right because Sophia did help build it a lot. But, you know, some greed can get there, you know, greed can really get there. So Sophia started her own podcast. It kind of flopped. I feel so bad for Sophia. And Alex Cooper has like shot up in the sky. But whatever. So Alex Cooper did Call Her Daddy a little bit with Barstool Sports. Cool, whatever. Then Alex Cooper booked a deal with Spotify for $20 million to be exclusively on Spotify. Iconic, right? So iconic. Then I think that deal was like 2 years. It went through, did really well, but it was only on Spotify. So then the years ended, the contract ended. She got a new deal with Spotify, $60 million. And that was to be on Spotify and on YouTube so that people could get a visual. So now it's even more, 3-year contract, right? She does that contract super well. The contract is done. Now she needs a new contract. But how is she going to get a contract over in the hundreds of millions of dollars? She needs talent signed to her. It needs to be more than just her podcast, more than just Call Her Daddy. That is where Unwell Network came in. She's like, okay, I could sell myself for 60 million, but maybe I could sell myself and other people for 100, 120 million. That's what she did. She got a contract with SiriusXM for $125 million, you guys. $125 million. And the reason why she got that contract, allegedly conspiracy, is because she had a lot of big talent under, and one of those was Alix Earl. Alix Earl is like her own Alex. Sorry, my phone died. Anyways, as I was saying, Alex Earl is literally her own Alex Cooper. Like, I think everybody could decide that Alex Cooper was the one benefiting here because Alex, this was 2023 when it first started. So she was already blowing up. I think this is like right when she graduated from like U Miami. So like she was just kind of like tapping into like the celebrity scene because I feel like before she was known to be a big influencer, but like not with like these celebrities and these brand deals where she became like a little bit more A-list influencer, I would say. But yeah, so in order for Alex Cooper to get this $125 million deal, she needed someone like Alex Earl underneath her to do that. So she did that and she got the deal. But apparently in the contract, Alex Earl was only being paid $1 million a year. Only is crazy. A salary of $1 million is amazing. But compared to Alex Cooper, who's making the $125 million, that's where things started to get a little sticky and things started to get a little bit, confusing. But what really caused a drift in them was when Alex Cooper interviewed Kamala Harris because Alex Earl's like main point of management, like her dadager, is her dad. So he's very, very Republican. So apparently, allegedly, he was really upset with Alex Cooper for interviewing Kamala Harris and kind of bringing the direction of the Unwell Network into like this Democratic progressive side when Alex Earl had just joined. And he was trying to convince Alex Cooper that she also needed to extend her invite to Donald Trump. But she didn't want to do that because she does not fuck with Donald Trump. But she still extended the invite. Like somehow she still extended the invite for allegedly Alex Earl's dad, and it didn't end up happening or whatever. Then Alex Earl posted that she was supporting the October 7th Israel attacks, and she was saying that she stands with Israel. And when she posted that, a lot of people were like, girl, what? Like, I thought you were supporting Free Palestine. But she kind of like stood 10 toes down in what she said, and she deleted the post. And that, upset Alex Cooper because she has a different stance on that. And she already felt some rifts happening from when she had interviewed Kamala Harris. So she was like, things were getting a little bit sticky, things were getting a little bit messy. And then that's when Alex Cooper, she lost her Gymshark brand deal. Because if you guys don't know, after Alex Earl posted that on her story, Gymshark dropped her. And instead, maybe as some people thought, Alex Earl was going to be like, no, those are not my views at all. She kind of stood 10 toes in her views and sued Gymshark back, saying that they knew her views before they hired her. So it was unfair and it was unjust, which then made people look at Alex Earl even more weird because they're like, girl, your views are all over the place. Like, what are your views? Like, what is going on right now? So that is when I guess there was talks and conversations being had of Alex Earl leaving the network. But Alex Cooper was like, girl, you still have 6 months in this contract. Like, you're not leaving the network. And her dad was like, yes, she is. Like, she needs to leave the network. And then Alex Cooper was like, okay, well, if she leaves the network, then we're going to say that we dropped her because that's what's going to happen. But apparently Alex, like, her biggest fear was people knowing that she got dropped by the network, like for like all the things that she was talking about and posting, and she didn't want people to see her in a bad light. So to like get ahead of it, when Alex Cooper had her Super Bowl Unwell party, Alex Earl did not show up, which is when people started being like, oh my God, like what's this confusion? Like what's going on here? Like, are they not friends anymore? Like they just signed each other. Like I thought they were friends. And then from there, Alex Cooper and Alex Earl's relationship just completely diminished on the internet, I would say. Like, it was a pretty big thing. Also, what I should say as well is that during all this, I would say before she had posted that on her story and before Alex had interviewed Kamala Harris, they both had a podcast together because like Alex Earl was releasing her podcast under Unwell. So they had a podcast together where they both like sat on a couch and like got drunk together. And apparently like Alex Earl felt like very uncomfortable with some of the questions that Alex Cooper was asking. And she like didn't want it out, but it got put out anyway. So that's like when things like first got a little bit weird. Like, so there's been like a lot of like things adding up. Like I think at first it was like money. Like money was an issue, but then Alex Earl was like, okay, maybe I'm a little bit grateful to stay here. Like, this is a good opportunity. Like, let's see what happens. Then they had that first podcast where Alex Cooper was asking her vulgar questions and they felt like she was over explaining herself and it made her look bad. So then Alex Earl was like, am I being made to look bad? Like I thought this like podcast was supposed to make me look good and now it's making me look a little bad. And then she interviewed Kamala Harris and then that was like, wait, I'm not gonna say anything because like I'm not gonna be like, oh, why'd she interview Kamala? But like that was still a little weird. And then her dad was like, bitch, why would you interview Kamala Harris? And then Alex Earl posted the stories, which made people look at her differently on her views. And it was like, wait, what? And then Alex Cooper was like, wait, what? She lost the Gymshark brand deal, sued them back, more so to where people are even more like, wait, what? Then they were talking about being dropped. It couldn't happen. It couldn't find a way to do it. So she just stopped showing up to all of her public events. And that's when people started noticing that there was a rift in them. And now, I would say for the past couple of months, people know that they don't want to fuck with each other. But it's because Alex Earl has been reposting all these like shady things about Alex Cooper and kind of making it seem that like Alex Cooper did something really bad to Alex Earl. So that's when the other day, Alex Cooper posted on her TikTok main account, tagged Alex Earl, being like, Alex, like, if there's a problem, you're going to have to get specific. I know what happened. You know what happened. And I'm sick of this narrative being spun into different things to take away from other issues you have going on the internet. So go, say it. There's no NDAs. Say it. And that gagged the whole internet because it was like, bitch, say it with your chest. Like, why are you talking shit? Say it with your chest. And then Alex Earl commented on it being like, okay, on it. But then she hasn't said anything at all. So there's just a bunch of speculation, a bunch of confusion, like what it could be. But in my opinion, Alex Cooper is a powerhouse that I'm a little bit scared of, especially the way she like left her friend in the beginning and then now is making hundreds of millions of dollars. You know, she gets herself involved in the Olympics and the Hannah Montana reunion. Like she's always in something. So I'm like, girl, if you so politically correct and you so active and woke, which I'm glad you are, you working with all these big companies that are supporting weird shit. So like I'm kind of like, okay, like you never really fully trust someone who's super rich, but at the same time, I have watched Call Her Daddy for a while. I respect her grind. I respect her effort. Alex Earl, you know, she's deserving of all the amazing things as well. Politically, and maybe we don't align unless she says that she does. I don't know. She hasn't ever claimed to not align with those kind of things. But I would just say overall, they're two girls, drama, let them handle it. Hopefully the tea comes out and it's piping. And, you know, everyone kind of has different ideologies and I'm never going to be the guy that's like, fuck you for thinking like this. But I also am going to be like, I look at you weird for thinking like this. And, you know, I feel like Alex Cooper has always kind of been more on the right side of her story. So that's where I'm at with it. I hope they're both okay and mentally okay and safe because I never want to bash on girls on the internet ever. But yeah, it's a little messy, guys. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the whole Alex on Alex drama? It really, really gets there. It's just messy, especially. But now they don't work with each other at all. And they're doing their own separate things. I wonder if Alex Earl leaving the Unwell like had anything to do with like, or like had any correlation like with something bad happening to the Unwell Network and their deal, because I'm assuming that they did agree on such a big price because Alex Earl was also going to be there. So I wonder how that whole thing went as well. Very, very interesting. But then also like a couple of days ago, a huge piece from the Bloomberg Post came out saying that Alex Cooper like mistreats her employees and there's a lot of like bad energy and bad treatment in the workplace. And a lot of people are saying that it's like a hit piece from Alex Earl's team allegedly, like to make Alex Earl look bad, or I'm so sorry, to make Alex Cooper look bad so that people are more on Alex Earl's side. And guys, that is how the industry works. Like just as much as you have a PR person on your side to help you look good, you have a PR person on your side to help your enemy look worse. So I don't know what's going on. I'm scared. I'm out of all that, but Alex versus Alex drama really, really gets there. Guys, I think that was like all the pop culture shit I had. Oh, the new Hulu shows. Yeah, there's some new Hulu shows coming out. If you guys saw the Hulu Get Real event, they released the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives Orange County, which I will be watching, but I don't even know if they're all Mormon. I know Bobby Altoff is on that. I'm like, okay, that's kind of random, but I wonder if it'll be good. I know there's a new reality show called The Girls, which is about like Khloe Kardashian's friend group. Interesting. We'll see. And yeah, guys, I think the last piece of pop culture that we'll talk about is Olivia Rodrigo's new song, Drop Dead. Yes, I watched it live when she got brought out with Addison Rae at Coachella, which was so freaking good. I loved it. And I've been listening to it a lot. But apparently there's another song on the charts called Choosing Texas by Ella Langley. She's MAGA. I don't know. Scared. But it's like a number one song. It's been a powerhouse for the past 8 weeks. And Olivia Rodrigo, this is her only week that if she hits number one, she will be the first artist to get the first 3 lead singles from her albums, if that makes sense. Like Driver's License, Vampire, and Drop Dead. And it's looking like it's going to happen. But bitch, I've been streaming Drop Dead like crazy because I want her to get it. Like I love Olivia. But there has been some like debacle over Olivia being chart obsessed, saying that her and her team are doing everything that they can to get her this number one for this week because they know next week Morgan Wallen's song is coming out and he's a chart darling. So it'll cover her up and she'll only really have this 1 week number one. But at least she can get that huge number one accomplishment that nobody's ever gotten of 3 number one lead singles, which I think would be so iconic for her. But I have seen like her team, like they're taking like the Yummy technique approach, where Yummy, when Justin Bieber came out, they were doing all those things to get it to number one. And I know even Olivia's team was like, oh, purchase every single variant. Oh, purchase it on different IPs because that all counts. Oh, make sure there's 30 seconds between each song that you're streaming so that it could count as a stream. I'm like, oh shit. Honestly, like if I was gonna reach that number when I get it too, she also lowered her price to 69 cents. Bitch, I'd rather Olivia get it, no shade. And I hope she does gets it. And I think it is interesting how the charts work and how I wonder if Spotify works as much as an Apple stream and if this works as much as that. Like there's so much to go into it, but it must be a lot, especially as a pop girly, to feel like you always need to be number one. But Olivia is deserving. She's already had her moments, and Drop Dead is good. It's really good. It's been catching on to me, and I like it. And yeah, guys, oh my God, I think that's everything for today's episode of Pablo Talk. Today was definitely a longer episode, but you know, we were 2 weeks in. I just want to say a couple things, guys. I love y'all so much. Thank you guys for listening to my words. I am not correct all the time. I'm just talking. And I appreciate you guys giving me that platform. I know my voice is a little gone. I know we've been a little bit iffy because we're getting back into it. But I promise you guys, we are getting better, bigger. The podcasts are going to get more. We're going to have more guests on here. And I'm just so grateful to have y'all. So thank you guys so much for watching Pablo Talk episode 15. I hope you guys all have a beautiful Monday. Make sure to like this video. Make sure to comment if you enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys because I go live and post all the time. Yeah. So I love you guys. Have a good episode. Have a good episode. Have a good day. Bye, guys.